I now give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, first of all, let me thank you, distinguished Foreign Minister, for the initiative to convene this meeting as the Algerian presidency. We also want to welcome warmly the distinguished Secretary General of the Arab League, Ambassador Abdul Gait, and to thank him for his very important and cogent briefing. This has come at a critical time in the Middle East, and we are confident that the Arab League will continue to have an important role in the resolution of the multifaceted challenges that we face today in the Middle East. I would like to also welcome the distinguished Ambassador of Egypt, which is the host country of the League of Arab States, in Egypt, which has played a critical role together with Qatar and the United States in achieving the Gaza ceasefire. Mr. President, while the primary responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security remains with the United Nations Security Council, regional organizations working under the framework of Chapter 8 of the Charter can complement and supplement the Council's role. Their role has been increasing, particularly in the promotion of peacemaking and peace building in recent years. The League of the Arab States, one of the oldest and most prominent regional organizations, has worked consistently to advance peace, security, and development in the Arab world. Its efforts in conflict resolution, humanitarian assistance, and promoting dialogue have been pivotal in addressing regional crises. Pakistan values its historic and deep-rooted ties with the Arab world, which is based in shared faith, history, and values. We strongly support the League of Arab States' efforts to resolve regional conflicts, foster dialogue, and promote peaceful dispute resolution. A key priority for Pakistan is the resolution of long-standing and festering disputes, particularly those which arise from foreign occupation and the denial of self-determination, such as in Palestine, as well as in Jammu and Kashmir. The League of Arab States has played a leading role in addressing the challenges posed by Palestine, which is at the heart of the issues in the Middle East. We have been concerned that following the welcome Gaza ceasefire, we are now witnessing intensified Israeli violence on the West Bank, and particularly in Jenin at present. We hope and we are confident that the League of Arab States will continue to play a significant role supporting the ceasefire in Gaza, making it permanent, ensuring humanitarian relief to the besieged people of Gaza, and most importantly, in reviving the diplomatic process to achieve a two-state solution. The League of Arab States will also, no doubt, play a helpful role in stabilizing the situations in Lebanon, Syria, Sudan, and Somalia. Mr. President, strengthening cooperation between the Security Council, the United Nations, and the League of Arab States will be essential also to address other systemic issues that we face, such as terrorism, organized crime, developmental challenges, and climate change. Effective partnerships can address capacity gaps and secure the implementation of sustainable financing. And perhaps we could draw lessons from the collaboration that has been advanced between the United Nations and the African Union. We also encourage the League of Arab States to enhance engagement with other regional and cross-regional organizations, such as the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the OIC, the Economic Cooperation Organization, ECO, and ASEAN. In this context, Pakistan welcomes the establishment of the AU Arab League OIC Trilateral Commission. Mr. President, let me assure our colleagues from the Arab League and the Muslim world that Pakistan will work with them in tandem to address the many challenges which we face in common in the Arab and Muslim world. Thank you.
I thank the representative of Pakistan for his statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of Panama.
Gracias.
Thank you, Mr. President. Panama is grateful to the Presidency for convening this meeting, and we thank the distinguished briefers, the Secretary, the ASG for the Middle East, Asia, and the Pacific, Mr. Khaled Khiari, and the Secretary General of the Arab League, Mr. Ahmed Abul Gate. We thank them for their very valuable comments. The relationship between the United Nations and the League of Arab States is a clear example of the value of multilateral cooperation in addressing common challenges and in crafting sustainable solutions for international peace and security. We also welcome the presence here and the participation of the distinguished delegation of Egypt, and we congratulate them for their participation, and along with the United States and Qatar, we thank them for their efforts to arrive at a ceasefire. Over the years, this cooperation has evolved considerably through agreements and mechanisms which have bolstered institutional ties and facilitated coordinated action in priority areas. The creation of the UN Liaison Office with the League of Arab States in Cairo in 2019 provided a direct channel for dialogue and strategic collaboration. Similarly, a number of Security Council presidential statements have reaffirmed the importance of this relationship, establishing guidelines for more effective joint action in order to tackle the challenges in the region. Currently, the Arab region is facing a series of interconnected challenges impacting peace, stability, and sustainable development. Panama welcomes the recent cessation of hostilities agreements, such as those achieved between Israel and Hamas, as well as the ceasefire in Lebanon, which, while fragile, remain significant steps towards regional stability. Let us hope that these agreements will hold, because they offer an opportunity for building peace, and they can serve as a basis for promoting political dialogue and building trust among the parties involved. The commitments must be respected, and any action which could undermine progress must be avoided. The Arab region is facing complex challenges such as protracted conflicts, humanitarian crises, massive forced displacement, illicit arms trafficking, terrorism, and transnational organized crime. All of these generate instability, and they hamper efforts for recovery and reconciliation. Combating terrorism and transnational organized crime remains a key priority for the international community, given their capacity to destabilize entire countries and regions. International cooperation must be bolstered, addressing not just the current signs of these phenomena, but also the root causes through sustainable development strategies and through institution building. In addition to these challenges, there are emerging threats such as piracy and other illicit activities on strategic maritime routes. They represent a growing risk to the safety of navigation and to international trade. These threats compromise the freedom of navigation, and they generate significant economic repercussions and directly impact international peace and security. Protecting these routes is crucial, not just for trade, but also for global geopolitical stability. This requires coordinated and sustained action on the part of the international community. That being said, Panama recognizes the strategic role of the Suez Canal, sovereignly administered by Egypt, as a vital artery for global trade and economic stability. Together with the Panama Canal, whose sovereign administration falls to our country, these maritime routes facilitate safe and efficient transit of essential goods, bolstering global maritime connectivity and ensuring resilience in international supply chains. Guaranteeing the operability and safety of these maritime routes requires constant cooperation among states based on the principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and existing international agreements. Mr. President, cooperation between the United Nations and the League of Arab States is crucial so that progress can take root. We must adopt a coordinated, inclusive, and results-oriented approach, enabling us to address current challenges holistically and to build a safer and more sustainable future for the region and the world. In this context, Panama believes it is essential to focus our efforts on the following priority areas. Firstly, prevent conflicts and ensure peace building by bolstering mediation and political dialogue. 2, guaranteeing an effective humanitarian response and the protection of civilians by optimizing coordination between UN agencies and the LAS to ensure the timely delivery of assistance to the most vulnerable people impacted by conflict. 3rd, combat terrorism and transnational organized crime, bolstering international cooperation to prevent violent extremism and improve national and regional capacities and break up illicit financial networks. 4th, promote sustainable development and climate resilience by implementing comprehensive strategies to address challenges such as desertification, water shortages, and food insecurity in line with Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development, the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, and the UN Convention to combat desertification. Moreover, the implementation of the Sendai pathway for disaster risk reduction is essential in order to bolster our ability to respond to extreme climate phenomena in the region. 5th, promote the inclusion of youth and women, ensuring their significant, meaningful participation in the peace and development processes. 6th, strengthen institutions and technological cooperation by promoting modernization of governmental structures and digital innovation. Mr. President, Panama greatly values our historic relationship with Arab countries, rooted in mutual respect, cooperation, and a shared commitment to values such as development and prosperity. The Arab region, throughout its lengthy history, has made a significant contribution to the advancement of humanity in a number of spheres, and Panama recognizes its potential to continue playing a key role in building a more peaceful and prosperous future. we reiterate our readiness to continue to bolster these ties of friendship and cooperation, reaffirming our conviction that stability and peace in the region are essential for global well-being. In this framework of cooperation and mutual understanding, the relationship between the United Nations and the League of Arab States is evidence of the power of multilateralism to address shared challenges and to forge sustainable solutions. We urge the international community to redouble efforts in support of these processes, convinced that dialogue and joint action are essential for peace building and for securing stability in the region. As an Arab proverb goes, you cannot applaud with just one hand. This reminds us that it is only through unity and cooperation that we can build a safer and fairer world for everyone. Panama reaffirms its commitment to work together with members of this Council and the international community to improve that relationship and to promote sustainable development, peace and security in the Arab region. Thank you.
I thank the representative of Panama for his statement, and I now give the floor to the representative of Denmark.
Thank you, Mr. President.